Hello students, today we are going to start new topic, climatic factors. Yesterday we have seen the different types of factors which influence the ecology or influence the person, or we can say simply a individual. So today we are going to start the new topic, that is climatic factor. Climatic factors are also known as abiotic factor because they are non-living. A means absence and bio means living. So climatic factor is one of the abiotic factor which includes different parameters. These parameters are nothing but the light, temperature, water, atmosphere and fire. Specifically, we are going to concentrate on the climatic factor as a light, or light as a climatic factor. Later on, we can move to the temperature, water, atmosphere and fire. Now, as we know that light is most important parameter in plant related things, and we are dependent on plant for our food, so we are the secondary dependent for the light. But we can say that the light also causes influence on animal also. Simply we can say that light climatic factor is having the influence on animal. It also have influence on plants. Not only plants, it is also having the influence on microorganism. Now, what is light? Light is the brightness that lets you see the things. Say, for example, in the night time, we cannot see the different things, and during the daytime, we can see almost all things. It is nothing but the light. So, light is the brightness that lets you see things. It is also a source of illumination. What is light? Light is a source of illumination. Say for example, a bulb. When bulb illuminates, it will produce the light. Likewise, sun. When sun illuminates, it will produce the light. Light is not only important for plant growth, but it is also useful for the flowering and germination of some plants. Plant use light as energy source to convert inorganic substances like CO2 and water into organic material like glucose, amino acid, then lipids in by the process of photosynthesis. And light has a unique spectral composition. So this is nothing but the different types of characteristics of light. So when the light fall on the plant utilizes this light as a energy and converts the carbon dioxide and water. In combination, they produce the glucose like material, and this glucose like material is used by the herbivores as a food. Now you can see the spectrum of light. Here in this diagram, you will get the clear-cut idea of the different wavelengths. Say for example, broadcast band is there, radio band is there, microwave band is there. Microwaves having radar and infrared structure is there. Now, what color and all these things visible in this particular slide, you can say that this is nothing but the visible region, visible light. So visible region means what? The light which we can see by our naked eyes. It is a visible region for the human beings. So you can see there is a red color is there, orange color is there, yellow color is there, green color is there, blue color is there, purple color is there. So these colors are nothing but the visible colors, and these visible colors is having a particular wavelength. So the wavelength is given over this particular diagram. You can observe that 700 nanometer to 400 nanometer means whatever the things, whatever the light we can observe from the nature, that is nothing but the nanometer from 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer, and beyond that particular range 400 to 700 nanometer we cannot see. Say for example, x-rays is there, cosmic rays is there, we are not able to observe that particular rays, but we can observe the visible light only, that ranges from 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. So beyond that 700 nanometer also we cannot observe by our eyes. Say for example, microwaves is there, or infrared, radar, radio waves, broadcast band, these all wavelengths are invisible by our eyes. So very nanometer range is visible by a human being. So that is nothing but the 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. Now here you can see the figure again shows the wavelength. Say for example, radio waves is there, microwaves is there, infrared waves is there, and after infrared you can see the visible light is there. And this particular eye shown means visible light by human being. So 700 to again 400 nanometer we can observe by our eyes. Again below that visible light, ultraviolet radiation is there, X-rays is there, gamma rays is there. This particular wavelength of light is not observed by human beings. So this is nothing but the light which comes from sunlight and which is observed by the human eye. Now what is the effect of light on animal? Animals are dependent on light for orientation, migration, reproduction and many other activities. Now what is orientation? Say for example, a particular polar bear is living at a particular region. So that region is having a particular light and that is suitable for that animal. That's why this polar bear lives on a north pole, or we can say a south pole. Now migration. Many of the birds shows the migration in response to light. We can observe that there is a flamingo bird. That flamingo bird migrate to India in a particular light durations, and after that particular light duration it will leave the India and goes to their particular region. Reproduction, many of the birds response reproduction along the light, means depending on the light they starts to reproduce. And many other activities are also there that influence the animal activities. Animals are either diurnal or nocturnal. So depending on the light, animals are either diurnal or nocturnal. Now nocturnal means the organism which moves during the night time. Say for example, cockroach, bats, rat, owl are the nocturnal organism or animals. They move during the night time, while some organism shows activity during diurnal, that is the daytime, and humans, say for example, the best example of that. Now migratory animals like birds, they also having the effect of light, and during that particular light period they will travel, they will stop, again they will come back to their original places. Here it is the example, that is flamingo which comes to Mumbai region, and after the particular light period is off, they will go back to their original places. Now move to the next, that is effect of light on plants. Obviously light plays an important role or effect on plants. So the first part is autographic. As we know that the lights receive the light, they produce their food in the form of glucose and other parts, and it will available for the herbivores. Herbivores eat that particular plant and carnivores eat that particular herbivores. Means what we can say, that if the light is there, then plants can prepare their food. As plant prepare their food, herbivores eat that particular plant and they will eaten up by carnivores. And in this way the light is important not only for the plants, it is important for herbivores, it is also important for carnivores, and it is also important for all the living organisms on the earth. Now the next effect of light is on canopy. Say for example, when we enter a dense forest, then we can say that the lower plants, say for example grasses and other plants, will shows less amount of growth on that particular forest. So, so what we can say that there is a less amount of sunlight penetrate to the soil, and due to that less amount of plants will grow beneath that particular huge plant. So dense jungle shows less amount of grasses, whereas plain soil shows the more grasses. So canopy is also maintained by the light, or it is also maintained by the light effects. Now photoperiodism, it is most important parameter which influenced by light. आपण कधी कधी बघतो की झाडांना वेगवेगळ्या सीझनमध्ये फ्लॉवरिंग आलेलं असतं. से फॉर एक्झाम्पल शेवंतीचं जर फूल बघितलं तर हिवाळ्यामध्ये, म्हणजे जेव्हा लाईट हा कमी झालेला असतो, लाईट पिरियड कमी झालेला असतो, त्या दरम्यान तुम्हाला शेवंतीला फुलं आलेली दिसतील. मे फ्लॉवर यू कॅन टेक अ एक्झाम्पल. जेव्हा सनलाईट आणि टेम्परेचर हे खूप जास्त प्रमाणात असतात तेव्हा मे फ्लॉवरला फुलं आलेली असतात. सो दॅट इज ड्यू टू द फोटोपिरियडिझम. And the next effect of light is on the vegetation of deep sea. As we enter the sea, say for example this is the sea level. Suppose this is the sea level, and as we enter below this sea level, the vegetation of this particular deep sea will change, because the light which is coming from the sun will penetrate in different manner. It will more here, but it will less below this particular part. So we can say that the light also shows effect in vegetation of the sea. Now what is photoperiodism? Photoperiodism is having the two words inclusion. One is photo means light, and periodism obviously is a period or time. So simply we can say that photoperiodism is the light period. Say for example sun rises in 6 o'clock during the summer, and it will set at 7 o'clock. So that is nothing but the range of light during the summer. Whereas in winter the light period is very short, sun rises late and sunset will take place earlier than summer, and that's why we can say that the photoperiodism or light period is variable during the different season. Now here you can see say two different types of plants are there. One is known as short day plants, and on the other side you can say the long day plants. So that yellow color is nothing but the light time, daytime, means the sunlight will received by the plant. So in the middle you can see the plant is having the rose flower. That means they required a short day time for the production of flowers. Whereas in long day time you can see the flowering is observed. This long day plant shows the long period of light, and due to long period of light they starts to produce the flowering. Even you can see the small part of light and a fraction of light is also responsible for the production of flowering. Now there is third type of plant is there, that is day neutral plants. As we know that short day plant is there. Short day means they required a short amount of light. Long day plants means they required a long light period, and day neutral plants are there. They will never show any effect of light. They never required a lower amount of light, or they never required a higher period of light. So they are known as day neutral plants. Say for example Sadabahar plant or Catharanthus roseus. This Catharanthus roseus or Sadabahar plant shows all the time flowering, because they don't have any influence of light on them. Whereas when we talk about the Shevanti for example, they shows the flower production during the winter season when the temperature is low. Not only temperature but the time of light is also low. so they are known as the short day plants. So in this way we can say that there is a different effect of light on the animal, not only on animal but also on the plants. They shows the influence. So this is nothing but the today's lecture. In next lecture we are moving towards the next climatic factor, that is edaphic factor, temperature, and later on we are going to move for the edaphic factor.